What's up, everyone? It's your boy Norins89 here, bringing you another video. And for today's video, we're going to be going over a 4K release I got from Scream Factory, and it's John Carpenter's Vampires. And today you're going to hear my thoughts on this release. We're going to unbox this bad boy. I'm going to talk about the transfer. I'm going to talk about what I think about the Blu-ray and the difference to the 4K, how the transfer looks, and also the special features on this. So it's going to be a very in-depth review, so stay tuned. That way you can find out if you really want this release. I'm a sucker for this film. This is my favorite vampire film of all time. If you're familiar with the channel, you know that. But I absolutely wanted to scoop this up. But like I said, I have things to discuss. So let's get into it. Roll it. So today we're going to discuss John Carpenter's Vampires, and this for me is my absolute favorite vampire film of all time. This film came out in 1998, but in terms of why it's my favorite vampire film of all time, first of all, this film was filmed in New Mexico by John Carpenter, one of my favorite freaking directors of all time. And the fact that this film was filmed basically an hour away from me. This was filmed in Santa Fe. There's also parts of it that were filmed in Las Vegas, New Mexico, and also Cerrillos, New Mexico, and also San Pueblo. So it's really famous for being, like I said, a film that was shot here in New Mexico. And I live here. I was born here, so I'm a sucker for that. Also, the fact that, like I said, John Carpenter is one of my favorite directors of all time. And when it comes to vampire films, I love this film because it's a Western style film, but also, like I said, it has ties to New Mexico, and the way that James Woods and Daniel Baldwin play their characters, I just find them so charismatic, so creative, and the way that John Carpenter portrays Thomas Ian Griffith's character Valak in this film, I like my vampires to be more vicious, if I can speak. Sorry, I worked last night. It was my Friday. Had a very long week, so if I stumble, stutter, or anything like that, attribute it to my work week. But like I said, Thomas Ian Griffith's vampire performance as Valak, very iconic for me. So there's a lot of reasons why I love this film, and today we're going to talk about this 4K, so let's get into it. So as you can tell, I already have the other artwork right here. This is the new done artwork for the 4K release right here, right there. And then we have the original one. So it came with two slipcovers. This is the original poster artwork. Then we slide the 4K out. Well, let's look at the back first. There's Thomas Ian Griffith as Valak, one of my favorite vampires of all time. There's the 4K, the box, boom, boom, boom. It also came with two posters. Of course, we have the original artwork and the newly done artwork. There's your 4K and your Blu-ray. The Blu-ray has most of the special features, and the 4K only has an audio commentary by John Carpenter, which is really fun because it helped me pinpoint where some of the locations are. And I was talking to my wife. She came into the room and we were watching, and I was like, do you know where that gas station is on the highway? And and this. I don't want to get into too many details, but like I said, me and my wife might do some fun videos where we go to actual filming locations where this movie was filmed, because like I said, I live literally an hour out away from where this movie was filmed. There's no flip cover artwork, so I just wanted to let you know that it's literally just the original poster art. So that's why I kind of actually went with the new poster artwork with the slip cover, and I wanted to have that on my release because the artwork on the right here, the release, the 4K right here, doesn't have any flip artwork. So that's why I was like, I think I'm going to go with the newly done artwork here and keep this as just like an extra one. So maybe if I get a DVD release of this or just the Blu-ray, I'll use this. You know, I've never discovered yet what I want to use those extra slip covers for yet from Scream Factory. Let's talk about the special features on this bad boy right here. And for disc one, it's just the 4K Ultra HD release with the 4K restoration from the original 35mm camera negative. Then we have presented in Dolby Vision and an audio commentary by director John Carpenter, like I said. Then we have the new 4K restoration on the Blu-ray from the original camera Camera Negative. The audio commentary with John Carpenter's on there as well. Then Time to Kill Some Vampires, interviews with John Carpenter, Sandy King Carpenter, and cinematographer Gary B. Kibb. Then we have Jack the Slayer, interview with actor James Woods, which I absolutely adore him. I love him in Casino, Vampires, like anything James Woods in, I'm there for. And he does a really good interview where he just has so much to say, positive stuff to say about this film and his love of the Jack Crow character. Then we have the first vampire, interview with actor Thomas Ian Griffith. That's another great one. Raising the Stakes, interview with special effects artist Greg Nicotero. Yes, Greg Nicotero did a lot of the special effects. Majority, his whole team did the special effects for this movie. Then we have Padre, an interview with actor Tim Guney. Then we have original making of featurette, theatrical trailer, TV spots, and still gallery. So a lot of fun stuff. But what I wanted to really discuss, because I want to be honest and open with my audience. I'm a lover of this film. This is, like I said, my favorite vampire film of all time, and I don't own it on Blu-ray or DVD right now. I used to own it on DVD, but I don't have it anymore in the collection. So when I found out Scream Factory was doing a 4K, I wanted to get it. Now, the special features on here are all ported over from the Blu-ray, so there's no new special features on this bad boy. But when it comes to the 4K, it is very naturally a little bit dark. The scenes are gorgeous, and the 4K is spectacular, but it's a little dark. And it's one of those 4Ks that I wanted to talk about where I had to tweak the settings on my TV a little bit. So if you're one of those people that is not into having to tweak their settings, or you don't like very dark pictures, or you don't like the deep natural colors that 4K presents, this might not be for you, because like I said, the Blu-ray, if you own the Blu-ray already, I would say the Blu-ray is okay to keep, because like I said, all the special features that are on here are ported over from the Blu-ray, so there's nothing really new on this release besides the newly done cover artwork, the dual slip covers, and like I said, the fact that this is a 4K. I splurged on this because I didn't own this film yet in the collection. I used to, but I sold it off to a store, like a thrift store that I used to be in my town, and I didn't have it yet. So I was like, oh man, I need this. It's coming to 4K. It came with the Blu-ray as well. And it also came with 2 slip covers. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with the 2 slip covers, but it also came with these 2 posters. So let's show off the posters as well. And we're going to open these. I don't want to, I'll probably do an edit because I got to open these bad boys. So here's one of our posters. Like I said, one will be the original done cover artwork right here. This is the original poster artwork. And then we have our other poster, which is going to be the newly commissioned artwork. And like I said, this film is my favorite vampire film, mainly because I'm not really that big on Westerns. I really am not. But when it comes to a vampire film, it's a horror film, it's a Western, and it's set in New Mexico where I live, there's just so many positives to it. Plus, I love James Woods in here. I love Daniel Baldwin in here. Their chemistry is amazing. I feel like if me as a person, I feel like I'm the 2 guys in this film, the leads, Daniel Baldwin and James Woods. I feel like I'm the 2 of them mixed together. That's my personality. That's who I am. And people who talk crap about this movie, I'm just like, if you were a grizzled vampire hunter veteran that had been doing it for years, serving the church since birth, basically, as a child, and raised to be a vampire hunter, you would be like James Woods' character in here. And I love that fact, that he's not a Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone type where he's super buff, or Jean-Claude Van Damme, he knows the best martial arts. No, he's a grizzled veteran who was raised from birth to do this job. He's been doing it for a very long time, and he's callous, and has attitude, and he's, a smoker, and he drinks beer, and he likes to have fun. But you know what he loves the most? He loves to kill himself some vampires. So, like I said, John Carpenter's Vampires is one of my favorite all-time vampire horror films of all time, and I can't praise this film enough because, like I said, I really adore this film. So that's why I scooped up the 4K. But as a, being realist and telling you, fans of the channel, and if you are collectors and physical media collectors, if you own the Blu-ray of this, I would suggest you don't have to upscale unless you really adore this film. For me, I absolutely wanted this 4K. Like I said, it's my top vampire film of all time, one of my favorite John Carpenter films, so I wasn't going to let it go by the wayside. I enjoy the fact that I got the posters too, so that's why I splurged on this release. I also got some other stuff in Scream Factory too as well, so I'll be talking about some stuff soon. So thank you for sticking around with me all. Please like the video. That definitely helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and have that notification bell poked so you're notified anytime I drop a video. But most importantly, I want you all to have a safe and happy day. Peace out.